Hello and welcome to this rather special interview because we're here with François and François, Schneider Electric won, I don't know whether this can be seen, but won the Sustainable Development Award last night at the European Utility Awards. So firstly, congratulations for that.
Thank you very much.
It's always nice to be recognized for hard work and so on, so that's good. But can you tell me a little bit about the project that won the award and what you've been working on?
Yeah. First of all, we are very happy to get this award because it's a hard job for reaching this goal, and it's recognized by the industry. So it's very important for us and for Schneider because maybe, as you know, Schneider program is to provide energy to everybody. That's really the aim of Schneider Electric as a specialist of energy efficiency and automation. And not only energy, but safe, reliable, and sustainable energy. So, and our solutions is clearly based in this direction.
Okay, so your solution, what is your solution? Just tell us a little bit about that. And more importantly, what are you hoping to influence with that solution as well?
Yeah, it's important to know what is behind this award. So there is a hard job, but there is a solution which is called prosumer demand-side operation. So it's one part of the smart grid, what we call the demand-side part of the smart grid. And for that, our platform, our solution, enable the end user to participate to the smart grid by leveraging the flexibility of its major electrical loads.
Okay.
That's the aim.
So the end customer, producer, prosumer, that word, is the one who would be interacting with your platform. So what is it that they're managing on it? They're managing their loads, or are they also sort of managing when they sell to the grid, or just if you could bring that to life a little bit? Yeah,
I think that has to be highlighted because our platform targets more or less large commercial and industrial sites where people are aware of energy but don't have too much time to spend to manage their energy. So our platform is doing that for them. Of course, they have the final decision if necessary, but our platform takes the decision for them because it's very complicated decision to take according to a huge number of information collecting by the platform in order to take those decisions. Either I use energy I produce locally, I sell the energy back to the grid, or I store the energy in case I have a battery, and so on. So there are several scenarios the platform choose for the end user to help him to optimize his energy bills.
So this platform is a web-based platform, and so I can access it from anywhere. Let's say I am an industrial company, a bit weird, but let's go with that scenario. So I can manage it from anywhere. But why did you get the Sustainable Development Award? Because everything you're saying to me at the moment, well, that's just common sense. Why wouldn't you have a platform that does this, this, and this? Where does the sustainable piece come into it?
Yeah, good question. So first of all, yes, it's a cloud-based platform. So in order to collect plenty information like weather forecasts, like end user constraints, like energy tariff and so on, we need to have a cloud-based platform. It's very difficult to collect in every site all those information. So we centralize the collection of information. So it's a web-based platform. And there are mainly two aspects to illustrate the sustainable advantage you can get with this platform. First of all is to favor the auto-consumption of the energy locally produced, which is green energy. So the end user consumes energy where he knows where this energy comes from, and it's green energy. So that's the first aspect, helps auto-consuming energy. Secondly, it helps the utility to minimize its peak during peak period by leveraging the flexibility of a certain number of sites.
Okay. So basically, I've got a huge demand or whatever, but there are a number of industrial sites that I can call on to either curtail or take generation as the need arises. So on that note, then, when you deploy solutions like this, I mean, it's already deployed in the field, and and how are people finding it? Because one of the other things that is always, it is a misconception, but let's address it. People say, "Oh, sustainable means not profitable," but can you just tell us about the economics that some of your customers are seeing with using that platform like this?
Okay, yeah, that's a very good point, because it's what was blocking this deployment in the past, and which is now possible with our platform, is that it helps the end user either to save money on their energy bill by taking opportunity of different tariff. That means consuming energy when the price of energy is low, and avoiding consuming when the price of energy is high. And the platform helps to switch consumption from one period to another. That's the first possibility, saving money and or earning money by participating to demand response mechanism. And one thing I want to highlight with our platform is that it's not the utility who asks the end user to curtail energy. It's clearly the platform which provides a block of energy to the utility, and the utility accepts it or not.
Right.
So it's managed.
Right. Okay.
It's not imposed.
And that's important as well, isn't it? Because we're sort of kind of coming to the end of our time here, but I want to dive into it a little bit more. Is it's important to have that framework to be able to do that, and it's important for the utility to be able to say, oh, actually, look, I know you're generating a lot of energy at the moment, but I don't need it, because where is it going to go? So how do you see when your customers are using this and the negotiation with the utility and so on? Do you think that there needs to be more of a flexible electric market in order to really make that happen? Because if the utility doesn't need it, maybe someone else will. Maybe we could have a scenario where one industrial site sells direct to another industrial site. Is that possible?
That's a good point. So there are two aspects in your question. First aspect are several mechanisms, and the platform make an arbitrage between the most profitable mechanism for the end user, either tariff management or demand response or auto consumption. What is the best scenario for the end user? The platform makes the choice by itself. That's the first aspect. And second aspect, maybe I forget the end of your question.
No. I was telling whether people can sell to each other.
Exactly. That's so we leverage the platform, leverage the flexibility at the end user side, and provide this flexibility to the one who can provide benefit to the end user, either the utility, or the smart district, or the smart city, etc. So anybody who can take benefit of this flexibility can use it and can connect to the platform to leverage it.
And just to finish off, I mean, what are some of the returns that some of your customers are seeing? Are they can you give us some numbers if you're able to?
It's very difficult, as you know, because in every country you have different mechanisms. For example, in Hawaii, in the US, you can give something like 80,000 euros for 1 megawatt capacity, when in France it's 20, so a ratio 4. But roughly in the sites we have installed in US, in Germany and in France, the return on investment is today between 5 and 7 years. But in some better case it could come to 3 years. So
5 euros per day, it's not per year, surely.
No, it's five you spend, you have to invest,
Yeah.
the end user has to invest, has to pay fee for being managed, and get some incentive back, either for participating to demand response or for decreasing his energy bill. So that's
Nice.
the balance between those two spendings and earnings.
Perfect. Thank you very much for explaining that. Thank you for going into the detail, and congratulations once again for
Yeah.
for winning the award. So this has been another interview at Engerati while we've been here at European Utility Week, and this particular topic is very interesting because it's one of those key enablers to make the electric market work, to get distributed generation onto the grid in an efficient way. So I'm very pleased we had the chance to talk to you, François. Thank you very much, François.